Y'all see my hair is in a bun, right? Yeah, there's been some trouble in paradise. And I'm just gonna break it down. And I'm gonna try not to cough all over you guys because I'm still sick. But we gotta get into this no butters, no oils, 30-day detox and the bumps in the road that I have had this week. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Latoya Ebony. I do type 4 natural hair care videos, and I have been doing a series on the no butters, no oils challenge, 30-day hair detox. If you haven't seen my first 2 videos, check them out. I'm gonna link them down below, and I'm gonna try to do a little link right here, all right? So I figured the best way to go about this is to just show you my process and then tell you what I think my mistakes were.
Hold up. I want to talk to you about my process and perceived mistakes, but I've got to clear something up before I get started.
It feels like the natural hair community is kind of like split down 2 different sides. One of you DM'd me on Instagram and was like, look, have you seen this video? And it was by a YouTuber called The Curly Chemist. And essentially in this video, it's called The Secret Life of Oils in Your Hair. She just basically talks about, our hair and how essential the oils are to our hair. And this is what I wrote back to her. She's right. The funny thing is both groups of people are right. Now, no oils, no butter means no raw oils, no heavy butters, no heavy cream within the first 5 ingredients, because the idea is that it's gonna be coating your hair and essentially preventing your hair from getting and retaining moisture. This other group of people are essentially saying that, like our hair is made of oil. This is not making sense. Make it make sense. And so many of us have had so many great results using oils and butters. So this is what I wrote. Our hair is made of oil, amongst other things. Keratin, there are so many things. You can look it up yourself. And our scalp produces oil to protect the hair. That's sebum. Oil is not bad for the hair at all. However, consistently sealing the hair throughout the week will not help with moisturization. It will help with hair pliability and slip, which can reduce breakage, but over time, product buildup can prevent water from penetrating the hair shaft. Both groups of people are right. Moderation and paying attention to what your hair needs in the moment is key. Blanket statements aren't always helpful. That's my take. All right.
Now here's a little more about my perceived mistakes of week 2. This is my hair about 7 days after my initial wash and go. Surprisingly, it still feels really soft. Of course, the definition of my coils has gone, but overall it feels good. I can still feel the gel and mousse on my strands, and my hair feels soft and pliable, not dry and brittle the way I expected it to feel. The first thing I did was saturate my hair with water. Immediately, I felt the difference. Instead of the soft coating of oils and butters, I felt my hair. Just squeaky, naked hair. I've gone 10 years getting used to the feeling of products coating my strands, so when the water immediately rinsed away the botanical gel, I low-key panicked. You can't really tell, but I did. And then I felt the tangles at the ends of my hair and instantly knew that I waited way too long to wash my hair. My 4C coils had met each other and were trying to get married, y'all. But I tried not to panic, grabbed my shampoo, and started applying it to my scalp.
Hi, I'm Toya from the future. Is this seat taken? Can I see? Oh, you are so kind. I've got a couple notes. I've gone through the course, so I feel like I can help in this situation.
But I tried not to panic, grabbed my shampoo, and started applying it to my scalp.
I did not activate that shampoo at all into my hands. Look, there's an emulsifier in the shampoo that's combining the water and the oil, but as far as activating it, activating it. I did not. I went in straight away with however it came out of the bottle and I applied it to my scalp. And also, I did not start with a clarifying shampoo. I had to go get one. Now, the purpose of me starting this way is because this is how most people start, right? With whatever's in their cabinet. And so I don't hate that I started that way, but I just wanted to draw a little attention to it.
This is Nizoral. If you've watched my channel, you're familiar with my love for this shampoo because it keeps my scalp in check. But you've also heard me mention how drying it can be. Well, today was no exception. As I was cleaning my hair, I discovered mistake number 2. I actually didn't need Nizoral because my scalp was fine. I had grabbed it out of habit as a preventative step, but what I really needed was a softening, more moisturizing shampoo. I took a mental note and rinsed my hair without attempting to detangle it because I was not trying to get breakage. Alright, so I followed up with this silicone-free conditioner hoping it could help me detangle my hair.
Activating it. When you activate the product in your hand, you're actually able to use less of it, which helps your products last longer. So that's something that I will be incorporating into my next wash.
I applied it generously to the lengths of my hair and took off my ring so I could finger detangle my hair safely. You all, there were so many little balls of tangles. The last time I experienced this was a wash and go I waited too long to wet and restyle. You guys, this was not a fun process, and I felt like I should grab a detangling brush, but I wasn't sure if my strands could handle it, with all the pulling and with this particular conditioner, so I just stayed the course.
I should have listened to my gut. Listen to your gut. Listen to your gut. Okay, I'm still getting over a cold and I wanted to keep with the process. I wanted to hang on to my ideals. And in this particular circumstance, it probably would have been good for me to use a detangling brush, seeing that I was experiencing so many tangles from my wash and go lasting too long, waiting too long to refresh my hair, and also not having the right products to sort of lead me into the conditioning product.
Eventually, I tried my old faithful trick of using the shower water's downward flow and sister gravity to help me stretch out my strands to detangle my hair, and this helped a whole lot. Next, I'm using Curly Magic as my gel and applying it to a small section of hair.
Experimentation, Toya just went overboard, and I hadn't gotten to the part in the course where they talked about twist outs. They actually do have a few leave-ins or like lightweight moisturizers that they do recommend, and even one of the stylists does use it in her hair on a dry twist out, which is what I normally do, but I really just wanted to try something new, and it did not work out for me. My hair was completely wet. The next day I had a meeting. I didn't even have time to show you guys. I was like, this is not even worth it. Anyway, continue.
I followed it up with a waving mousse on top, then twisted that section of hair. I repeated these steps until my whole head was covered in large twists. But you know what? I won't lie, this felt weird. I'm so used to my leave-in and the slip of the oil. The mousse actually has amazing slip, but I could still feel the squeaky clean feeling of my hair. Being 100% transparent, I did not enjoy the experience of this process. So this is when I got curious. I stopped and decided to try using only mousse on the right side of my head. No gel, just mousse to create the definition of a twist out. So I went to work, twisting each section only using mousse. Spoiler alert, it didn't make any difference at all in terms of definition, and I prefer the feeling of the gel and mousse together. To be fair, first wash twist outs never turned out to find on my hair, which is why my hair ended up in a high bun. This is why it's called a hair journey. There'll be ups and downs, and I'm not afraid to show you them as I continue to learn more about this process. I had 7 large twists total and slept with a satin bonnet on my head.
This is the first time I have ever let my wash and go intentionally go for this long. It was 7 days. I had so many tangles, you guys, in my hair. Now, typically on day 5, I think it was day 4 or 5, I was actually going to do a wash and go again. Life got in the way. I got really sick. I know you guys probably are like, I can't even tell the power of makeup and technique, you guys. But listen, you guys, we've been sick as dogs. And so my hair took a back seat. And I had a lot of tangles. I had more tangles, and this is the first mistake I made. I let my hair get to the point where it wasn't exactly dry, to be honest, but it was tangled. And I knew it was getting to that point. My ends were dry, but my roots and sort of my mid shaft were not as dry. So that's kind of my first mistake, right? I just waited too long for my hair and what I know my hair needs. Now you'll notice that my hair is in a bun, right? I didn't even show you guys the takedown process. Look, the twist out wasn't good. My hair was stretched, but it was all over the place. And to be fair, typically when I do an actual twist out, I wait until day 2 when my hair is like completely dry. I dampen it up a little bit, and I feel like that's how I get my perfect results. You can take a look at my twist out video. I explain my twist out process. Typically the first twist that I do right after a wash, that ain't the style. That ain't the style. And so my hair was basically just all over the place. I had something to do, so I had to put it up, and I didn't have time to show you, but you guys know what a non-twist out looks like, right? You know what it looks like. So my hair has been bunning it up. Now, I have gotten some questions about Uncle Funky's daughter's curly magic. Let me go get it. This is the product right here. Now, a lot of you guys are saying that it makes your hair sticky. And let me tell you, when my hair is damp, it does feel sticky. It definitely does feel sticky. But once it dries, it doesn't. And it could be because I'm using a combination of this mousse on top when I do my wash and go. You know what I mean? This time I tried the twist out. It wasn't even worth showing you guys. It wasn't worth it. But my hair was actually still very wet. It was wet, very wet. Unlike the wash and go, which I went out into the sun and I got it dry, I went to bed with just a bonnet. It was really easy. Whereas with the twist out, with the gel and the mousse, I tried gel and mousse on this side and a little bit with just the mousse on this side. And let me tell you guys, I definitely prefer the feeling of the gel in the mousse, but my hair was very wet still. So many people like sitting under the hair dryer. Look, ain't nobody got time for that. Not these days. All right. Not with a 2-year-old still home and not in daycare. Like, I just did not have time to do that. And then we've been sick. Child, listen, I just wanted to air dry like normal. And, there's that. So I do feel like I should have given my hair a longer time to dry, but really the results would have been the same. My hair, look, right after a wash, trying to do a twist out, it never goes well. I know that enough, doing my hair for the past 10 years, I have to wait till day 2 to do my actual twist out style. However, I did make a major mistake in terms of the tangling, right? I washed with Nizoral, and this time I did not follow up with the bread shampoo, mainly because my scalp didn't need it. And I chose Nizoral over bread because I've been working out and I was concerned that my scalp would need that little touch up of the Nizoral. But really, honestly, I should have just went with the Bread Beauty shampoo. It's a lot more moisturizing. I get a lot less tangles. And this is the change that I'm gonna make moving forward. I'm just gonna try this out and skip out on the Nizoral next time since my scalp doesn't need it, and see how it goes. The most surprising part of this whole thing had to be how my hair feels. That wash, without having previous oils and butters and creams on my hair, was really hard to adjust to. Even though my hair didn't lose its softness, it felt very strange washing my hair without having that stuff. I mean, it felt like, you know when you wash your hair with shampoo and you don't use conditioner? That's how it felt. That stripped sort of feeling. And that takes a lot to get used to. I'm not even gonna lie, like I did not like the feeling. I was like, chow, where's my deep conditioner? I really wanted my deep conditioner, y'all. I felt like it was a hot mess. And then I'm using all new products. It worked really well the first week, but the second week without using the more moisturizing shampoo, hot mess. And then not having those previous oils on my hair, hot mess, you guys. I felt like I spent a lot more time in the shower detangling, finger detangling. And honestly, if this happens again next week where I'm having trouble detangling my hair because I don't have that extra layer on there, I'm probably gonna pull out my detangling brush during the conditioning step. This particular conditioner, you know what, it gives enough slip. Not like a silicone conditioner, of course, and I'm okay with that. I don't actually like using a ton of silicone filled conditioners necessarily, so I'm fine with that. But it is also a very interesting texture. It has this lather to it without being soapy. It's very strange, but it does work. So what are the things we're gonna do differently? Next time for week 3, we're going with just this shampoo during the conditioning step. If I feel like I need a little extra help than my fingers, I'm gonna use one of my detangling combs that I have, or detangling brushes. I still haven't decided if I want to continue on with trying a twist out again. I feel like the wash and go is easier for me, which is weird because a couple of people I watch on YouTube definitely say that the twist out is better, it's easier. And let me just tell you, your girl loves a good wash and go. I don't know, maybe it's like the year and some change that I spent doing wash and goes. With this method, I feel like it's easier for me, which is very, very interesting. And I also just love this combination. Like my results that first week with the wash and go, however, I just don't think that only doing wash and goes for what I do on YouTube and whatnot is sustainable for me. You know, I'm a content creator. I like to entertain. I like to try new products. I like to try new hairstyles. So as it stands right now, it doesn't feel like something that I'll be doing forever. It seems like something that's good to do every once in a while when I feel like I have too much product buildup. That's where I'm at halfway into the journey right now, y'all. It's a little bumpy this week, but I appreciate it. Let me know what some of your challenges were, you know, with 30-day detox, and if you have any advice for me. This is new for me as well. I love to experiment, you guys.
Let me give a quick shout out to the Coily crew over on Patreon. We have a ton of fun. If you want to learn how to support this channel, go to patreon.com/Latoya Ebony and become a Coily crew member. I'd love to have you.
Go ahead and check out last week's video on how I got this amazing wash and go that was so hydrated and moisturized, you guys. It was so good. Go ahead and check that out, and you know, subscribe. Check out another playlist. If you're into wash and goes, I'll share all the do's and don'ts here. All right. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in a couple days. Mwah! Stay tuned for week 3.